Hello! We have got a brand new one-day special, of course, from Heartfelt Creations, and of course our beautiful Nikki is
Hello,
here.
how are you?
I'm very well, and you?
Good, I'm really good, thank you.
Very excited, I think.
Very excited. You time for tea? How many time for tea, should I say?
I have got so many friends that they always say, any time it's time for tea.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Yeah, I'm more of a coffee person myself. But
See, I'm coffee in the morning, and then the rest of the day is tea. And I do love my tea, and I think this collection is so pretty.
It is very, very pretty. You are going to want to have a tea after this.
Yes, you do. Now, can you tell us what exactly that we get here?
Right. So you've obviously got your 24 double-sided paper pad. Then you've also got 3 stamp sets.
Yeah.
3 die sets that all coordinate together. So that is in total 14 stamps and 14 dies.
That's fabulous, of course. And now we are getting very, very busy, so I do urge you to go straight ahead to the website if you want to check out. I'm going to mention a couple of things here first. Of course, it is a one-day special, and it's a brand new release from Heartfelt Creations.
This is probably the first time you might have seen sneaky peeks on social media, but this is the first time you've seen the whole collection.
So it is brand new, of course, but we have got a one-day special flexible option, of course, and what it is quite special is that we offer you the possibility to spread the cost in 3 payments. Now, of course, if you want 3 payments of £31.64, which means that you pay the first, if you pay that today plus PNP, and then the remainder one more installment in February, and then in March as well. So that means that you don't pay any interest on that. Now, I have to mention that, of course, it has a massive £20 saving on the one-day special. Now, that deal will only last until the end, until 7 p.m. No, 6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. tomorrow. I'm getting confused with the day of the days. The one-day special will launch at 6 p.m. and it lasts until 6 p.m. or until stocks last. Of course, shall we go into more detail on what we are getting?
Right, so you've picked the big stamp up here. This is your big teapot. Look at this. It's gorgeous. It's really decorative. And as always, you've got your florals on there as well that Heartfelt are really, really known for. So this is no ordinary teapot.
Yeah, and then, of course, you've got the matching die.
Yes, so with the die, you've actually got a couple of extra elements. So you've got the one that's going to cut out the sentiment bit on the teapot. Then you've got the lid, and then you can cut out the centre as well too, so that it opens up the...
Now, of course, the lid and the handle.
I'll just grab one, shall we?
Yeah.
There you go.
And the little top.
Isn't that cute?
So you can create...
It's absolutely beautiful.
And
look at that, look.
And it is large as well.
As your card. In actual fact, I think we'll do this one as the first demo.
I love that.
Because I think this kind of... And this is the essentials as well, isn't it? So, yeah.
Now, of course, shall we mention something else? Or, because I do believe there was a Facebook giveaway.
We have got a winner.
And I want to announce it because the winner has won the one-day special, so I do not want the winner for it to wait. Now, Stephanie Ward, the details are on the screen now. Sorry, I didn't pronounce the surname correctly. I believe.
Daphne Ward.
Oh, Daphne. Sorry,
oh,
Daphne Ward.
Oh, Walls. Walls. We're getting it all wrong. It's down there.
If you are Daphne Walls.
So she's getting everything. You're getting the paper pad, you're getting the 3 stamp sets, and then you're getting the 3 die sets.
This is a little bit of this convoluted affair that we are doing today, but you can see what you are going to get. Beautiful as well, the smaller scale. I love that.
This is really pretty because you've got your florals in here as well, and then you've got your sort of you've got your decorative teapot there as well, and then of course you've got your coordinating dies.
Now, of course, the coordinating, and finally the stamps wise and dice wise, we have got the sauce, the teacup as well as the.
Yeah, you've got your tea bag there. You've got a nice little kind of bag where you put your tea bags in. You've got what's that little thing up there?
The spoons.
It's a sentiment. Sorry, I couldn't see it. It was so tiny
as well.
And yeah, you've got all your little elements. That's going to make you so that when you're making your projects, whether it's a 3-dimensional project or your card, you kind of layer it up, and that's where Heartfelt, they know what we want as crafters, don't they?
Absolutely. And of course, you have got. Now I'm going to quickly show you around the papers. Now, of course, look at the papers here. Now that you are getting. Now you are getting one paper pad in the bundle. Of course, the one day is special. However, if you wanted to go for an extra paper pad, you have got the details at the bottom of the screen. $17.99. That's doubling up, so that way you know that you can get extra pages. Now, I'm not going to show you all the pages because I know
you've
that
almost showed it anyway, didn't you? But you can see that it's really pretty. So you've got your pinks, your lilacs, your blues in there as well. And a lot. Oh, can I just go back to? Sorry, because you know what we skipped by.
We skipped by.
You've got all of your elements in there. Look.
Yeah.
So that the dies that you're getting in that one day special are going to fit on here, and
so basically you can take your die and then you
die cut it out. It's really nice and easy then. I mean, I mix and match mine, to be honest. Some of them I stamp and die cut and colour, and then I use some elements from the paper pad.
Yeah, so then you could make something like as pretty as this, like you can see there, with the paper that's print cut out of the paper, or a stamp and emboss if you wanted to, like it has been done like that. But actually we have got to mention that there is the essentials collection. Now, of course, the one day special is the I Want It All, so you're getting all the brand new stamps and papers. But however, if you have got a smaller budget, or you know, you're like, maybe you just want to have the paper and the large teapot and the stamps and dies, there is that option. Details on the screen. You are getting the one stamp set and one die set. That you are getting 3 dies as well as 4 stamps. 3 stamps and 4 dies. You have got also a freedom price, so which means that you are only paying £42.27, having a saving of £9.70. Now, of course, there are different things, and you have got also the Flexi freedom or Flexi option to spread the cost into payments of £21.14 if you're a freedom member. Now, of course, going back to the one day special, if you wanted to get these stamps, of course, you have to go for the one day special. There are individuals as well available, but over the 10% of the stock of the one day special has already gone, so I need to tell you that.
And the really nice thing about having the stamps that coordinate with the dies is then you can change your colour up. So obviously the paper pad has got your pinks and your lilacs, but then you can start changing it up when you've got your stamps and dies, and then that's like a pillow box, and I've got a tea bag. It's not actually, it is a tea bag. It is a tea bag, but it's like a posh tea bag. Fancy some blackcurrant and is it blueberry?
Yeah, sorry, I need to use perfect like this. So you have got the tea bag in here as well. Well, I mean, kind of falling.
So think about all the gifts you can make. How about making a gift like this one? Look.
Oh,
and then you can hold, and you hold your fancy tea there. Look.
That's absolutely gorgeous. Now, of course, like for instance, I know my mom. Well, I know my mom.
You know your mum, do you? Well done.
No, she loves Lady Grey.
Oh,
so she always, because she lives in Spain, she always asks me to take her to some tea, and this is such a lovely way.
Oh, you can make her a little gift with it.
And that is such a lovely things that you can do. And I love the sentiments that you are getting here, because you have got stamps that say you are so beautiful.
And then there was another one
that says,
what's that one says? You sharing together is our specialty.
Specialty.
I like that word.
Yeah. Or tea time. It has got you are terrific. You have got all those different sentiments. You can see there.
Really fun show you this is as well.
You are terrific, and that's part of the.
It's just something different as well, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And the thing is, think about all those decorative dies that you've probably brought over the last couple of months that Heartfelt have brought out.
You know,
for this one, this would work beautifully. Yeah. That's one of the decorative squares that came out. That was only a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
No, we are into meltdown now, because we are 20% of the whole day stock, like the 24 hours of stock that should last. Now 20% of the stock has already gone in 9 minutes, so please do check quick to check out your baskets. Remember, the one day special 347406 is brand new here. Heartfelt Creations Tea Time I Want It All collection, and you are getting 14 dies and 14 stamps, I believe, plus the paper pad, 24 sheets. Now, of course, we have got other items from Heartfelt, including a binder, which is a perfect storage solution to store your cling foam mounted rubber stamps as well as your dies. So it is absolutely, and you can have up to, I think, 6 or 7 pages with the stamps and the dies. Is it 6 or 7? sheets.
Oh, well, a whole 7 stamp sets.
Seven stamp sets. So that kind of, and I love that it has got a box set for only £12.99. Now we also have got the Dovers. Now these ones always sell out, and they are absolutely fabulous. I love them. You're getting 12, and there are many reasons why I love them. Now, of course, I love them because they are transparent, so you can see exactly which sponge or which color sponge where it is. But also you can you know, bundle them together, so they are kind of actually become like a I would say like a not palette, but something like a finger.
So you use it like a, because you can see through it. Well, actually, I'm demoing them.
Oh, okay, so we will see that.
Talk about them.
£13.99, and I know a lot of you do. I do that. That I would buy one set, and then I would think, well, I need a few extra more for the different colors that I might use. So now is your turn. Also, I do recommend to have, if you have got a set for oxides, have a separate one for traditional distress.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Yes, I'm using a lot of distress. You know me, but then I also have some that I use for my archival inks as well, because you can use anything with them. That is the thing. Completely
but it's good
up
to
to
have
you.
a set for, say, yellows and oxide, yellows in distress, to have it to separate.
Definitely. Right, so we are going to make a card with the teapot.
Okay.
Okay, so I've already coloured in the actual teapot. So believe it or not, it's not really that great, to be fair. I don't know why I said it like that. I actually cut this out of the paper pad, okay, and then you've got that extra bit there, look, that will cut out that part.
Yeah, so the handles.
Okay, and there is a reason for that, and I really like this reason. But then I've also inked around the edges as well with some distress inks, oxides as well, just to change up the colour a little bit. So just because you're cutting out of the paper pad doesn't mean that you can't colour it up, okay? So just think outside the box a little bit with it. So then what I've done is I've cut a card blank, okay? So if you're new to crafting, and I am kind of going back to the beginning, only because this last few, since Christmas actually, I've had a lot of messages from new crafters that are new to Heartfelt, and they kind of get lost when I'm demoing. So I know a lot of you out there that think, well, we know how to do that, Nikki.
But constantly new viewers that
we do,
and some of them are completely, like, I heard lots of, you know, like you, the last few months, a lot of new viewers saying, oh, I'm not thinking I'm your typical viewer because I haven't crafted before. So it's good to go back to basics.
Definitely. So to create your card, obviously that's going to be the front, but then you need to kind of make your actual card blank. So what I've done is I've got a piece of card and folded it in half, and then to be able to make that into a card, you need to have that overlaying just slightly, so it's enough to be able to give a good hinge. Okay. So this is what I wanted to show you, because what I found was, do that, okay, that's going to cut that out, but on the front of it, I want that handle cut out. Yes. And I thought, well, how, I know, because I'm not stamping it, because I'm not, if I was stamping it, it wouldn't be too bad, but it's like, I need to make sure that that's kind of in the correct place. So what I did was, I took my die cut, and then I grabbed a pencil, like this, and then just make sure that sits in there, and then basically just draw around there, like that, and then I can sit that die, because the die cutting edge is right on the edge, and I can sit that completely there, right? So now this is quite a heavy cardstock, so my next problem was it wasn't going to cut through the back very well, okay? So it was little things like this. I thought I want to sort of show everyone, because I know, you know, you can see the colour in and we put the cards together, but sometimes, bless them, the crafters are actually thinking, well, I'm not sure, how did Nikki get to that stage?
Absolutely.
You know, so
and of course, we need to tell you, of course, the one-day special includes the beautiful teapot die, as well as the papers, as well as those beautiful tea cups, as well as the tea. You know, there are so many elements in there. I think it's 14 stamps and 14 dies that you are getting that match beautifully, as well as, of course, you have got the paper. Now you have.
So I'm going to take this off here, which is really nice and tight. That's cut that out beautifully. And then I'm going to take this part off.
Now, so you have run it through the
I went through
twice.
3 times,
three
actually.
times,
Well,
yeah.
actually 4, because I went through it back, forward, back.
And that
but
would
it is,
help
this
to-
is 300 GSM, I do believe.
So
So I
you're
knew it wasn't going to go all the way
one go,
through. Okay.
Now,
Okay.
yeah.
However, I don't want that part cut out, which is good. Okay, so it hasn't gone through. So what I now want to do is, because I can see exactly where that dye's got to go, if I can take that tape off, I'm just going to lay that on there, and it basically sits in
There.
where that's kind of part cut out, but it hasn't cut it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm going to take that through. Now what you also need to bear in mind, that top bit, because I don't want it to cut through that.
What if you offset the plates?
You could, I could.
If you offset them, would
I
that...
could actually hang that out the edge so that I don't go through it.
Yeah.
So what I did at home though was I just got a piece of card
Oh, that's a good idea
like
as well.
that, and I really made it quite thick, so I knew it wouldn't go through. Probably pop that down. Now I've unstuck that, so I've just got to pop that down. Okay. And then I'm just going to tape that down there. Okay. And then that means that that isn't going to cut through that that part at the top. Okay. Let me just pop one more piece on there.
Yeah.
Pop it up there, and then it'll hold there. Okay. And I don't particularly want that cut out anyway on that back bit, so I'm going to pop that through.
Now, while you're putting that through, this is what we were talking about, the binder. Now, a quarter of the stock of the binder has already gone, so I do strongly recommend this one. I love this one. I mean, I don't have one. I need to get it, but I strongly recommend it because I'll tell you why I love it. It has got a ring binder, a D ring binder, but also because it has got, it's a box, so it means that if by any chance those dies fall off,
you know where they're going to be.
You know, they don't get lost. The other thing I love about it is, of course, it's one of the kind of very posh and magnetic closures in here. So then it does stay closed very well. It has got a handle, and it kind of sits nice and neatly here. If you have got those ones in your bookshelf, you know exactly what the contents are heartfelt. Me being me, I would probably write here with which collection it is.
Yeah, it does actually come with an insert that you can put on there. But what I know a lot of crafters are doing are actually putting a sheet of the paper and then writing the tea time on it, so it's got a bit of an element on it.
You could even take something like this that comes with the one-day special. It does come with the...
Some people decorate them, even though it is pretty.
You can cut it and then you put it there. I personally would do that, or hold it like this and then you can write it in here, everything.
Yeah, as I say, there is a... I don't know what it's called, but...
I would like to buy a couple of them because they're not
It's
always
really
in
nice
stock.
as well if you go into classes, if you're going to a workshop and you know what stamps and dies to take, you've got them all in there. And we actually do have the spare magnetic sheets as well.
We do. I mean, of course, the stamps will come in with this.
They do, yeah.
So you can straight pop in them inside it. And of course, that way, where is this? Kind of, there it is. So you could...
there's the ticket thing to go on that. Yeah, so you can attach that.
And then you can put it inside it, and that is how you can store the one-day special. And of course, the one-day special includes 3 stamp sets, so you will have
3 die sets, and then you can put some
4 more.
Yeah, exactly. You can get lots in there.
So basically, I think it's great because it's basically every 2 collections you can have them one of the storage. Of course, sorry about this.
Right,
but
that's fine.
I've done the storage.
There you go. Look, and now I've created my card blank. Yeah. And what you could do is, as well, you can make sort of like a batch of them, so you can then go to them and. They're all ready to decorate. So let me just put that one over there. So it is quite easy, but you could also, if you wanted, let me just cut that because that's going to confuse me. Okay. And I know it isn't big enough, but just to show you. Okay, so if you wanted to do it so the hinge was the other way,
I see.
What you'd do is exactly the same procedure and just hang that over the edge there. And then when you pop that on, you see,
you will have
you won't see that. You will have the full handle.
Okay.
It's just little things like that. I remember when I first started,
It's like,
I would think, well, how did you actually do that?
Yeah.
You showed me, oh, I'd made a card blank, but you missed out the bit, well, how did I create that card blank?
It's true. We forget sometimes that there are many beginners watching as well as very experienced ones. So we try to cater for everybody, and I hope you, if you're a beginner or if you're very experienced, you can always learn something here.
Because the thing is, all us crafters do things slightly different anyway. So I know there's probably design team members out there saying, I didn't do mine like that, Nikki.
No, but neither, I mean, I have been die cutting for 14, 16 years, and I never thought, oh well, if you put some paper there, that will, So
it's just little things like that, isn't it? So you've also got the die that cuts that part out. So this means that you can start decoupaging it up. Okay, I'm actually going to leave that in. I think I am going to leave it in. No, I'm not actually, because I've cut one out. I've already cut one out, but again, I've coloured it up with just a little bit of dusky pink to change that colour up a little bit.
Now, of course, that's the paper, but that's also on the one day special, so you would have that.
It is. So all these bits that I'm showing you at the minute are from the actual one day special from the paper pad. Then you've got the element to cut out the lid. Okay, so this is when it really starts coming to life a little bit now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my glue. It wasn't supposed to totally come off there, but it might be easier. Oh gosh, maybe not. Maybe not.
We have got a drippage problem with the glue.
It's one of those ones that you're supposed to open slightly. There we go. And I'm just going to add that glue around there.
You always do make me laugh with the glues. You always have glue situations.
I've changed my glue. Have you noticed?
I have noticed.
Yeah. It's live and learn.
Yeah. Well,
so then just pop that one on there, and this one is, this will glue anything together, to be honest.
That smells nicely.
It does smell nice. So I'm popping that over the top, and there, if you look from the back, there you can see that hinge there that we created when I made the base.
We are so busy for the one day special. We're putting almost a quarter of the stock. And remember, the stock is not for an hour. It should last the 24 hours. So it launches at 6 p.m. and it lasts until 6 p.m. or until the stocks last. So approaching a quarter of the stock has already gone, and we are only about 20 minutes in. So if you are thinking about it, if you really want it, do check out your baskets. Remember that you have got that Flexi buy option of spreading the cost in 3 payments of £31.64. Now, of course, you pay the P&P. If you're not a Freedom member, of course, you pay the P&P on the first installment.
So what I've done is I've now decoupaged that up, but I am going to just that end there, because that's going to bug me because it's just sitting up slightly. So I'll just pop that down there. Okay. And then I've got that part there. So if you wanted, we have got some lovely sentiments in the actual stamp sets.
Yes, there are.
I can't remember them all. I know there was Terrific. There was You Are My Special Tea.
Okay, let's see what you have got in here.
So you can stamp that on there if you want to.
Let me see. So, I got the stamp, so it kind of feels a little bit. No, I cannot read backwards. I mean, I cannot, my English is okay, but it's not,
not that good.
not backwards.
Even I can't do it backwards, you're all right.
But sharing together is our specialty.
Like that one.
And you are beautiful to me.
And it's got like dashes in it, so it's really good, isn't it?
You can see there. You can see that. Can you see it? Shall I turn it around it? And there it is. There it is. There. You are so beautiful to me, and then sharing together is our specialty. I love that.
That's good. I love that one.
I love that, like sharing and that kind of, because it is that, you want to share, have some tea together or go, I love that.
It is. It's really, this is something so different as well. We brought a coffee collection out, and that was called Coffee. So this is called Tea Time.
Yeah.
That was called Coffee Time. So, if you've got that as well, you imagine mixing and matching them up.
I see, it's like a cup of,
So sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to just explain. So I've die cut out another piece, and then I've just cut that top off and put it so that it just comes underneath the score line, and then what I've done is I've cut out another bit, but all I did was cut out the bottom bit.
Yeah.
And then I've done that, and then all I'm going to do...
And then you die cut another...
I've got a decorative die on there.
Yeah.
From, I'm not sure where. In actual fact, that would make it, I don't know, it looks a bit like, I was going to say, it looks like an old-fashioned bath.
I love it, freestanding bath.
It does.
Actually, it could be like, no, I'm not sure.
I'm just going to, because I have got...
I was going to say sharing the bath, but it's not.
I just have to cover up the label on this tea.
But it's just, the tea is kind of... going out, like I love little, drives around and kind of a tea
and stopping at little tea.
Yeah,
and you usually get it in like is it what they call quintessential little villages?
British village,
and considering this is an American company,
but Heartfelt, I think they do that quintessential countryside.
They do
so well, and they do it with an obviously a British inspiration. Sometimes a little bit more. But look at that.
So obviously you wouldn't cover up, but you can put a little tea in there, and it could be an invitation. It could be an fancy having, I mean, we're all so good at texting, unfortunately, and we forget actually that it's sometimes nice to.
Let's have a tea date.
Yes,
I
a
like
tea
that.
date. Right, so basically now I've got all my elements, okay, so all from the paper pad, and this is where the fun bit is, because now all you have to do is I've just die cut them out, again I've added a little bit of colour to them, just to change that colour up, okay, and then I've got my spoon, so I'm going to pop that in there, just under that. And I'm going to leave that, so I like a little bit of dimension, so I'm going to leave that there.
And the spoon, of course, is part of the one-day special. Remember, the one-day special, you get it. It's the I Want It All collection, so you are getting all the, all the different elements.
Yes. So if you're wanting just the essentials, all you are going to get is that large teapot.
Yeah.
I say all, it is a huge stamp. You're also getting the dice set to it as well, so with those extra little bits and the paper pad. But if you wanted to start, really adding those elements like I'm doing, and if you're not into fussy cutting, because you could obviously, because you're getting the paper pad as well, you could fussy cut these out from the paper pad if you so do wish.
If you have got the time.
No.
And patience.
Yeah. I do a little bit of fussy cutting. I'm not against it at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, Leonida did the Prima one-day special, and there were some papers there, and kind of I started fussy cut on one, and it's like, actually, it's quite nice. But to me, when I'm doing a project,
it can be time consuming as well, can't it?
And especially if you want to do something like with the tea, I don't know, I think it's just something that it kind of lends itself to do a tea party, or having a kind of a, the coffee mornings. Well, it could be a tea morning, it can be like many of us prefer tea during the day, and it's kind of, it's just nice, or, afternoon tea, or those messages. Yeah, let's go for an afternoon tea, somewhere nice and posh or something like that. I think there is so many occasions as well as.
I think there is, definitely.
And just, you're my cup of tea. I like that.
And then pop that there. And then I'm going to pop that one on there. That's it. And these are just flowers. I do believe they were from the cat collection, which was called Perfect, I think. I'm not 100% sure. And that's really bad because I work for this amazing company, but we bring so many collections out.
Look at that.
So add your flowers that you've got. Ink your elements up if you are die cutting from your paper pad. And then obviously, don't forget that inside, I took the tea out. The tea out, well. You've got a little pocket in there to put your tea.
That's it. Yeah. I definitely think that looks
really good, isn't it?
As well. So you have so many puzzles. And I think this looks like a tent of a circus, like the top. So then you kind of start creating and thinking,
thinking
not
outside
just
the box. Exactly.
So there is so many possibilities. Of course, that is from the one-day special, the I Want It All collection. And you have got the details on the screen. But we have got other items as well on this website. If you wanted individuals, you can go for them. And of course, in the website, you have got them there. Now, you have got the different options. If you wanted to go for the the rubber stamps, or you wanted to go for the dies, or you wanted to go for them, both of them, you have got these options. Of course, we do have got the iPhone paper bag, 20 shades of the white, of course, $11.99. It is a 5-star review item. Of course, there is many of them because it is amazing to stamp on and then die cut and creating those three-dimensional flowers. But those stack Presto Precision covers are amazing. Now, of course, the one-day special is a brand new collection from Heartfelt Creations, and a quarter of the stock has already gone in about half an hour or so. Now, we also have got here, what do we get in the one-day special? Of course, we are getting the brand new paper pad, 12 by 12 inches, 24 sheets in total that you are getting, double-sided. So you are getting there, you can see 2 sheets of each design, so you can choose whichever side you want. And of course, you can see that it's acid and lignin-free, perfect for your memory albums, perfect for your scrapbooking and home decor, but obviously for card making, it's absolutely ideal. Then what we get in the Untitled collection, we are getting the 3 sets of stamps. Of course, they are red rubber, deeply edged rubber stamps, already trimmed to size with cling foam mounted, so you can straight away use your stamp platforms or acrylic blocks to stamp with, and you will get perfect impressions. But you also are getting the matching dies. Now, Heartfelt Creations do the dies in such a great way, because the blade of the cutting blade here, you can see it is right in the inside edge, so it's perfect positioning. When you stamp, you can perfectly see where you're placing your die over it. So you have got that one set, but you also are getting 3 sets of the matching dies, so 14 dies, 14 stamps in total. You can see how it matches perfectly. This one is the one that Nikki was using for the shape of the card. Then you have got another set, which I'm going to show you as well. Here you can see the spoon and the mugs, the coffee cups as well. So you have got 2 different sizes, as well as the tea bag as well included. You have got little sentiments as well, so it allows you to create gorgeous creations. Now, one of the things I love about Heartfelt Creations is how you can mix and match with previous sets. So they add another layer. Now, this is a little bit different. If you wanted to add something a bit more, you know what, how good, how well Heartfelt do flowers. Sometimes you want to, you know, create a scene that sets the flowers. You want some, you know, kind of embellishments to the flowers. They are perfect for that. But of course, as a focal point, like Nikki was showing, they are absolutely stunning and different. Something a bit different, something very pretty, something very decorative, something that you can change the color. If you know somebody has got a tea set that is more about yellows and blues, why not stamp and coloring perfect to match those colors? What about creating that very traditional, like that kind of, you're pouring the tea and it's kind of a bunch of flowers, because you have got the possibility to do that. And of course, the sentiments, tea time as well, you are getting the beautiful as well as the sharing is our specialty. And of course, mixing and matching with previous collections, it gives you that layering effect, that beautiful ornate detail that Heartfelt is always renowned for. Now, of course, your item number for the one-day special is 347406, and if you have got a Flexi buy option, or you know, if you want to spread the cost, you can. Three payments of £31.64. Of course, you pay the PMP on the first installment, and you do not pay any interest throughout. However, whether you Flexi buy it or you one-off payments, you will have a £20 saving. You can see it there on the screen. Now, if you think that you really like the collection, but you wanted maybe your budget, you want to say go for a little smaller bundle, we have got that option for you. Now, in here you are getting, of course, the paper pad, exactly the same paper pad, so 24 sheets, double-sided but you also getting the 1 stamp set and 1 die set. So you're getting 3 dies and 4 dies and 3 stamps. Of course, it will match perfectly, and still you can mix it and match it. You have also a Flexi buy option for that, and if you're a Freedom member, you get a further discount. Now, we have mentioned, oh, by the way, I want to specify that, of course, Heartfelt Creations is based in the USA, so it is dispatched from the 10th of February. Now, of course, we have mentioned that you have got the Flexi the options for both the one-day special Untitled collection as well as with the essentials. And if you're wondering what is this Flexi option that I'm making mention in, here is Leonie, I think, to explain you how it all works.
Flexi order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi order? When you place an item on Flexi Buy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your Flexi Buy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly Flexi Buy payments, offering you the extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
Right, so that helps a lot to spread the cost, of course, and that way means that you can go for the I Want It All collection if that's what you want to go for. What are we going to see, Nikki?
Right,
then?
so we're going to go, because we didn't do any stamping and die cutting in the last show. So I will have to show you, because obviously we've got new viewers again.
Yeah. We always have got new viewers and very experienced ones. So. Yeah.
They are red rubber, really, really top quality rubber stamps, okay? You have your U-mount on the back, like your grey foam there, and basically that will just cling to your acrylic block. Or you can use a stamp platform.
Which I love, the one.
Oh, they're amazing, aren't they? So what I tend to do, if I'm doing batch making, I put all my stamps on there, fill that with my card, and I just batch stamp. But obviously I'm just going to do the one, so I'll just use the cup and my acrylic block. So I'm going for an archival, and this is shadow grey, okay, because I feel that black might be a little bit harsh for the cups and the
and I suppose
the teapot.
The grey will give that porcelain sort of effect. China,
yes.
China.
Oh, you imagine using your glossy accents on these as well, and really gloss these up.
You know, glossy accents, if you let it dry completely and then you kind of bend it a little bit, it will crack a little bit.
It will crack. Oh, what about putting crackle glaze on though? We go that next step forward. Yeah. Really, you know, so when you get this home, you're really going to be able to have a great time playing with it.
And you will be able to actually try different techniques to achieve that realistic look.
Yeah,
that's
fabulous. You know, you might be into your alcohol inks, so you might want to use your alcohol inks with them. You could create background papers with these as well. So, you know, don't just think about using the stamps and the dies together. You know, think about creating your own backgrounds as well.
Think about as well, like kind of, if you like our Alice in Wonderland sort of theme.
Oh,
so you know, you can use them to build those sort of layers, that twisted, the crooked ones. You don't have to do them.
You don't.
Bright colours if you want it. Of course, the beautiful soft palette of the papers is a perfect starting point.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I've just coloured one here, look, and it's in purple.
Yeah,
slightly, you know, darker, and I've kind of given it a bit of a distressed look as well. So, going back to the stamping and die cutting, the cutting edge is right on the edge, so it fits straight on there. Really easy. You pop that through your machine, and that's what you get. Okay, it's all cut out perfectly. It is really nice and easy. It's a great system that Heartfelt have given us, because they're giving us the option to stamp and then die cut, or use the stamps on their own.
Yeah.
And, you know, you've even got the spoon in there. I mean, look at the decorative work in that spoon there. Now, what I'm going to do with the spoon is I'm going with a very pale grey. Okay, let me just pop my bracelet up there, because it's...
You can imagine making the spoon stamp and emboss in silver onto silver satin or silver shiny mirror card, and it's like a silver spoon sort of effect.
Heat embossing is brilliant on this as well. So, so I'm just adding a little bit of grey, and I'm not sure if I've used watercoloured card on this. I'm hoping I have. And then what I'm going to do is, you've seen a lot of sparkle. I've used a lot of this, and this is just a sparkle pen, and it will blend it as well as adding that sparkle. Okay, so I haven't... I'm hoping this is watercolour. It is, it's blending. You know, when you do something, you think, I'm not sure if I've done that. But you can always go in and add a little bit more.
You can always add a little bit more. Well, not always, but...
And I'll tell you what else is nice as well. I'll do it with this spoon. I have to do it with this spoon. Okay, that's the wrong lid. what is really good, if you've got some really thick glitter, and this isn't really a thick one, but we'll use it. If you've got a really chunky glitter, okay, you put probably not the right glue either. I should probably use, oh no, this is fine.
Yeah, that would be a good.
And then I'm going to, let me just take a bit of card so it holds the card. Look.
Now the one day special is getting really busy. So you know, if you want, look if you wanted the brand new collection from
teaspoon of sugar.
Ah, yes!
Isn't that so nice?
I love that.
Oh. Isn't it teaspoons as well? We use. Well, I know I had one when I was a baby for christenings. It's very. Is that still tradition?
Yeah, I
what is the tradition about
and
that?
Also,
because you could again, you know, overlap them into different themes.
Well, I think it's something to do. Well, also the expression "silver spoon in your mouth" as well. So it's. I believe there was something that instead. Now, probably correct me if I'm wrong. Please do email in if you say that I say something that makes completely no sense. Right. But I believe they used to use it because it had some, like almost like can you say not antibiotic, but
you know,
antibacterial, something like that, like that. But probably I'm completely wrong. So you know what?
So don't quote.
No, don't quote me. No.
Don't quote Paola on that.
No, definitely no.
But you could use that spoon for a baby card, couldn't you? But I love that. It's really pretty. I'm going to hold it there again so you can see it.
But you imagine to do it like a spoonful of sugar, and you know, kind of thing, or you know, you bring sweetness to my life. Yeah. You know, so for Valentine's, sort of. I just think it's a really nice. It's a little bit different. It's very pretty. I mean, this is what I think. Sometimes we want a little bit something a bit different. Something that is extraordinarily pretty.
And what I love about this, you've still got your florals in here. You can still use all those floral elements that you've got. I know Anita from the design team, you know, she's used the roses in there. I've used some of the, on this one that we're going to make. I've used some of the lilac flowers that we've had. So think of all the flowers that you've got, all those decorative dies.
And also the thing with these is like we were mentioning before it, that you know, we all like flowers, and most of us like flowers.
I don't know many people that don't like flowers.
But some people may not like. But you know, we do. Many of us enjoy flowers, and I love. It's my go-to for crafting. You know, putting some flowers. But sometimes you need to set the scene. You need something else to add into it.
Something a little bit different. A theme, a different theme, and I think that's what you've got with the tea time collection, haven't you?
You want to. Sometimes you want to have this realistic flowers, and to have them into a scene, you have to put them in a vase or something like that. What about putting into a tea cup or a teapot? You know, it's kind of also that sort of sharing and countryside and that beautiful
quintessentially British, but it's obviously very American as well, because it's an American company. In actual fact, I did do some research, and I don't know whether it's right, so if we have got many American viewers on here, I always thought that their go-to was coffee. Yeah. But they actually, a lot of Americans actually prefer tea. Yeah. Which I thought that was an English thing.
And then it's also that thing that, for instance, in Spain 20 years ago, nobody drank tea. Now everybody in my family prefers tea to coffee. Well, not everybody. My father still insists on having coffee, but that's the only one. Like my mother, you know, my sister, my brother-in-law, my uncle. You know, Yes,
so I'm just adding a bit of purple. I don't want to add too much, so I'm just going in with a little bit. And this should be watercoloured card, and it's not blending very well.
I just think it's an awesome collection. As we were saying, like sometimes you want something really, you know, really pretty, but something that is a little bit, you know, different from what we have previously done. And I think this allows you to kind of start moving into something a little bit, you know, move away from the flowers with still having flowers.
But use all your decorative dies alongside it that you've brought. You've got something different, you know. How many times do we struggle because you think, the last 3 years I've done a rose card for my mum. I gave her a petunia card. And then you're kind of thinking it's all, you're getting the best of both, but you've got a theme.
And I love that you get in different sizes as well, because, you know, as a crafter, you want to have the variety of sizes because you want to have like kind of, you want to maybe do that tower of teacups and you want to use an DL sort of card. So then you might want to have a smaller card and therefore you have got the smaller teacup there. You want to do the shape card like you have done the first demo. I love that. That works so well. I just
there's as I say, that you've got your teacup there without the tea bag, and then you've got the one with the tea bag.
And there are these people like Leonie, like you know that Leonie Pujol.
Yes, I think I've heard
Craft
of her.
Woman of the Year.
I was just going to say, is that the Craft Woman of the Year?
Yeah, let's put it out there. Yeah, voted by everybody, and proper word that one. And just saying, and she collects teacups and tea mugs.
Oh, does she really?
She does. Yeah, handmade ones. So then there's all that kind of people that a lot of them they collect China ones as well. There are many people who do that. So that kind of is another reason to get these one day special, to have something a bit different, something for that people that might collect them, people that you want to send something really personalized. And then you can say, you are my cup of tea. You might be mad as a box of frogs.
So what I've done is, I've inked around this because, I wanted to just change the colour up a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, so then I've matted it on some pink. I've already inked, glued that on, and then I'm just adding that to my card blank. Okay.
And by the way, when I say that the award was a proper award, it's because she did not campaign for it. She just let it happen, and everybody voted for her. Let it happen. So that means that people voted for her just without any pushing or any.
I don't think she needed any pushing, did she?
I know
really?
that, but that's what I mean. No, of course, I know that. But
I mean, there's some amazing crafters in the industry, so we're not just picking Leonie because
now Leonie's over there. She's like,
there she is.
And she's like, I don't know if she's happy or upset that I mentioned that, but. Yeah, she's saying that. It's lovely.
Oh, bless her.
Oh, yeah, she's hiding away. Come on, they can see it.
I'm hiding now.
It's like, I see. Oh, no, they cannot find it. They cannot find it.
She's hiding behind the wall.
It's over there.
I'm gone now.
They cannot find it, and you can see the cable.
She's hiding.
Ah, there she is. Oh, no.
She's gone.
Oh, that's so funny. This is what happens.
You remember the decorative dies we brought out about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I'm using one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm popping that on there.
Yeah.
That then brings that greenness down a little bit. So I've got a little bit of that shade of that green. I've got the decorative paper behind there. And now, oh, no, not yet. Almost all nearly finished.
Oh, apparently we have got an email from Estella. Estella, yes.
Oh, thank you.
So apparently the silver spoon comes from the Tudors. Tudors, yeah. So that would be about, and it's to represent the child being born.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yes, yeah, really.
So nothing to do with the antibacterial agents in
No,
sorry, can I have
sorry.
yeah, nothing to do with
nothing to do with that.
Well.
So do not quote me ever on anything. Except that, maybe, I don't know.
I'm sure there probably is something. I don't know.
I mean, maybe they believe that. I don't know. It's kind of, you never know.
Yeah.
Because I certainly know that.
But it could still be right.
Yeah, maybe I'm confusing it with the Japanese steel teapots. Steel, is it steel? So those ones definitely they're recommended for people who have got low iron. Because when you kind of brew the tea.
You could do these in silver.
Yes, you could.
You could use your embossing powders in silver. And then colour them in silver and put some glossy accents on. So I know I've got the picture there, but I wanted more the decorative paper. Yeah. Because look, to be honest, how pretty is that? Okay, you could leave that like that there, and you've got a really pretty card. Okay.
And of course, that is pars.
So all your panels are there. I think they're towards the front Paola. There you go. So you've got your panels on there. So what Heartfelt have done is they've done the matting and layering for you. Nice and quick, easy cards. From that paper pad, you have 6 panels. Yeah. You've also got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentiments down the side.
Okay. So, and then look
at those. You've got 6 again. You've got the sentiments down the bottom. You've got 2 of each design.
Look at that.
Maybe. Yeah. You had a
hen weekend. You know,
Yes.
what do they call it? A shower, a baby shower, maybe a baby shower,
Yeah.
a wedding shower.
Yeah.
And it was a tea, you know, you went for an afternoon
Yes,
tea.
I did for a
I know
baby
we
shower
have
of
got a
my
beautiful
friend,
pub nearby to me, and they do amazing tea parties. But you could do a mini album with all the photos
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
memories, and
That
that
would-
would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be
So-
lovely. Now,
Not
of
that
course
I'm going on one, but it was just.
Well, you
just a
could, you
thought.
could.
What, a hen night?
Oh, hang on. No,
Or baby shower? You tried to tell us something, Paola.
No, worry. No, but my friend Ali, she had a baby shower.
Oh, is this Ali? Yes, I know
our
Ali, yeah,
Magic Ali. So she had a baby shower, you know, and it was a tea party. She loves her tea as well, so she does.
So, again, not laying that down flat, adding some dimensions. So I've got the green there, and then I'm going to...
By the way,
here.
the one day special is incredibly busy. Nearly 30% of the stock has already gone, and
move
it's
that
just the
slightly.
first hour, and we are not even at the end of the first hour. So, you know, it's busy. So do
Then-
make your mind up if you want it, and then check out those baskets.
And then I'm going to pop a tea bag in that one.
That looks so realistic.
So I
that
put
one.
the flowers in. In actual fact, I'm going to swap it over.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the flowers in that one. Okay.
And also because, I mean, I know quite a lot of guys that love a tea. Like, it's actually...
I must admit, my dad was a tea drinker,
Yeah.
and I never, ever remember, as a child, seeing
Yeah.
him without a cup of tea beside him.
Yeah, and it would be
Yeah.
like you can do it more masculine thing,
Yes.
maybe not
Yeah, of course you
highlighting the
could.
flowers so much,
Yeah.
and then you can do more masculine sort of tones as well, and then you can say you're my cup of tea, of course.
And Father's Day coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
And then I'm just going to, I think I'm going to pop the sentiment there. I want to keep that. So it's, when you're creating a card, it's all a kind of, it's about balance.
Yeah.
You know, again, and I can't remember the lady's name. She asked me, where do I start? You know, I get confused on how much I should put on when I stop. It's all about composition. It's about balance when you're putting the card together.
and also, I think
And to be honest, if you use a glue or some tape that you can remove, I mean, like these sticky dots
Yeah.
here, if you're not happy with it, just take it off
Yeah.
and pop it somewhere else.
Absolutely. And also the other thing that it works for me is like placing always the elements onto the card
Yeah.
without any glue on the
Definitely. And
some
have
people do
move
take a
it
picture
around.
as well. So
Do you know how many times? This was not supposed to look like this. I've got another one somewhere, and I can guarantee you that isn't how
Yeah.
it was. No one of my cards, I don't think, is ever the same.
yeah,
You know, because I have a play, and it's so nice when you've got all these elements. Just add in, look, these three-dimensional lilacs
yeah, I love that.
from the lilac collection.
Just
Put that down there. Just to finish this, and there should be another lilac because
Yeah.
I've only got 4 there, and I need 5. However, I'm not going to cry about it. Normally, you know, I do an odd number.
I thought that you were going to say that you were going to cry, and like usually
just
you
because
cry.
I normally do odd numbers and it's going to irritate me, but I'm not going to worry about
that
it.
looks
Then I've got that spoon just coming out of there, so you can see the sparkle. And there you have a gorgeous
so pretty.
card.
Of course, Heartfelt is so pretty. And
It
of course,
is.
here you have got the papers and the eyes as well as the stamps. And then, of course, you can combine with whatever you have got on, and you know, from the previous collections or you know, from your own stash. But why not check out the website for all the other items that we have got on the show from Heartfelt, including beautiful, of course, the storage boxes and the storage inserts with the magnetic sheets, as well as, of course, the flower shaping kit, which you have got 10 interchangeable tips, but that amazing art foam paper that you can die cut and mold perfectly. You can stamp, and of course you have got the precision dovers. You are getting 12 of them in here, and I love them because they have got that triangle shape that has got like the pointy one, but the perfectly domed, so you can blend them perfectly. But of course, the star of the show, apart from Nikki, of course, it is a one-day special, which is incredibly busy. Now, it is the I Want It All collection, the tea time.
It is. You're getting everything in the collection, from the 24 double-sided paper pad, 3 stamp sets, 3 die sets, which is in total 14 stamps and 14 dies. You've got everything there to create anything from that large teapot card, or using that teapot on a card and use it as a separate element,
and then you've got all those florals, your teacups, your spoon, your tea bag.
It's
everything.
Everything. And of course you can create, and I love that ability to mix and match with whatever you have got. So here you have introduced some edges, but of course that teapot with the sparkle in there. Now I love how you can then of course bring those flowers as
This
well.
is Anita's now. Anita is absolutely amazing at making her flowers. Her work just stands out.
And then of course, but I love,
You know, you said about that's what you meant, isn't it?
That's
about
exactly
putting the tea. Look at that! Isn't that beautiful?
Has made that one.
That's,
of course,
oh,
you can see in here. I love that tower of mugs. Now,
It's
of course,
lovely.
you could do them like what I meant is like, of course, the palettes, the color palette from Heartfelt is a very soft, you know, exquisite, delicate, pretty.
But that's just the starting point.
Absolutely.
You can change your colours. You can go to a lot brighter, like I have there. Look, with the gold on there. There's a lovely one somewhere that's actually been heat embossed, and I've got to find that.
The ability to have the matching tea bags inside
What
it.
about
Now,
can I just show this one? If we can just get a close up, because these have been heat embossed in gold.
oh, I see.
Look at that, look.
And that looks so
that's
realistic.
Hina from the design team. That is absolutely beautiful.
I think
Exquisite.
it's, we keep saying it, but I think it's very important that that kind of aspect that you don't have even to put tea in here. You could put like cocoa. You know, like that sort of thing, and that doesn't mean.
So you've got your cocoa mug. Yeah, I see where you're going with that one.
Of course, chocolate, hot chocolate. It will be my favorite. But you kind of have got that possibility of putting your personalizing your tea time. You know, I love that. And of course, you have got the smaller ones as well in here.
You could. This is just all elements from the paper pad, decorative dies, sorry, and your papers. So, you know, it's how you want to work it. It's how you...
One of the things I love about this one is the fact that you have got a very sizable die in here that you can use as well for the larger, creating cards as well as introducing. And then, of course, you have got a little bit like a buff in there, which I love it because it's kind of, it's like it's something different.
It is. It's a gift and a card all in one. But how about making a gift?
I love that.
Look at that. I mean, it doesn't have to be for tea. You can put sugar in there. You can put a speciality tea in there.
Well,
I mean, this is only a small jar, but you could decorate a bigger jar. I've fussy cut. You know, I said I don't do. I do fussy cutting. I've fussy cut around some of the papers.
That's amazing.
And you will also notice if we turn that around there, recognise that?
Oh.
That is from the cupcake collection last year, but they've changed it up. So think about the cupcake collection that you brought. That could be a tea cart. You know, you're just going to have to think about all the other elements that you've got from other collections.
Now, we have got seconds to go. Of course, Nikki will be back at 9 p.m. Of course, now you will be also at 9 a.m. tomorrow, 1 p.m. and 5.
Yes.
Now, if you want to join Nikki, please do later on. Remember to check out your baskets. The one-day special is really busy, so do remember to check out those baskets to secure your one-day special I Want It All collection. Now, Nikki, of course, it's been a pleasure.
I'm over there now, and I'll be seeing you in a minute.